Fancy seeing you guys here. Hope you're all doing good out there. I just got back from Gear Fest 2023 over at Sweetwater, which was a blast, and one of the hugely talked about things I've seen on the internet, people going a little bit crazy about, is of course PRS released their version of the Telecaster. Now I don't have one of those guitars here with me, but I did just spend 3 or 4 days playing them. I tried to play them every single day because I wanted to get a vibe for them, come home, think about it, and really like lay out what I liked and didn't like about them, because I like some stuff, don't like other things, and then love some parts of them as well. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will of course link all of that stuff down below. You can check it out, as well as, well, what's the guitar I'm playing right here? What's the rig? So all that stuff is linked down there for you. Overall, great guitars. PRS, you know, doesn't really make a bad guitar. Might not be the guitar for you, but in true PRS fashion, it's a great guitar. The NF53 and the Miles are similar and different. So I'm not gonna talk about the Miles yet, because of the two, the Miles is the one I actually liked and was like, oh, I would want one of these. The NF3, while I liked, I was like, I don't know if I'd go this far, because it's more of a traditional Tele style guitar. But it's missing some real crucial Tele elements, in my opinion, that they're not deal breakers. I just think that you have to approach the NF3 as, it's not a Tele replacement, it's a Tele addition. You know, you're adding it to the arsenal. In my opinion, it's not going to replace the Telecaster, you know, in any way. So some of the things that I didn't necessarily dig about it was, it is a top loader. If you don't know what that is, that means the strings are loaded into the top of the saddles here, and I can't do it, I can't show you on this one because, well, this is a through body. The strings go all the way through the body. There's a lot of connection to the body. I feel like it adds a lot of sustain to it, but again, that could be debatable. I think that's part of a Tele sound though. I really want the strings to go through the body. They did do the barrel saddles, which is just like what I have here on this one. This is the American Vintage 2 Tele, but they added extra springs, so you can actually intonate the PRS much better than you can a traditional, you know, old school Fender like this one, which I think is great. But you see this big old ashtray here. Well, that's part of a Tele sound, that metal plate. I think that it contributes to the snap of the Tele a lot. Those do not have those. So, you know, I'm like, oh, okay. So, I mean, they're definitely going a different path, of course, and you have the 6-in-line string pull. Again, different. You got a lot more string on that high E string than you do on the PRS one, which is 3/3. All these things subjective, of course, but to me, these are, you know, decently crucial elements into what makes a Tele a Tele. Now, it did sound good. It played great. The pickups were interesting. They sounded Tele-ish. There's this weird thing, and it's like a weird problem to have. On a lot of single coils, like this one, the higher strings can sound a little bit uneven at times. Now, the PRS pickup, super even across all of them, which could be a problem for some people. I mean, it could solve a problem for people, because like I said, sometimes that's an issue. These strings don't necessarily, they're not as loud as the other ones across the pickup. I sometimes like that. I can see how I'd like the other one too. So we'll kind of throw that one up there as a debate. But like I said, to me, that one is not gonna be replacing a Telecaster for me anytime soon. What I did like even more was the Miles Telecaster. That's the one I actually decided to play in the video. The reason why, because they sound pretty similar, the two of them. I think the pickups are like a little bit different because Miles probably like spec'd them out differently, but they sounded similar. What I liked more about it is it was more of a deviation from your standard Telecaster. You had an unfinished neck, which I immediately liked more than the NF3, but you had a 5-way pickup selector. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I like that. I like that idea that you're, stepping a little bit further away from the Tele. I don't really want another Tele copy. Do something a little different with it, and that's what I think that they were doing. Overall, super cool. I really dug the Miles one. The NF3 was cool, just maybe not the one for me. They are expensive. I was actually a little bit surprised at how expensive they were coming in at on map, because for one, I thought the Miles would be more expensive being an artist model, but they're actually the exact same. So I'm gonna see if I can get one to have here for a little bit to actually maybe do like a proper video about it. In my opinion, it's more of an addition, not a replacement situation. Like it kind of stands on its own. It's not really a Tele to me whenever I played it. It's just Tele-ish, and you have to be like, okay, well, this is just gonna add another flavor, not just the same old thing that I've always had. Because you can't go wrong with the Tele, man. As a diehard Tele fan, I don't know. If you're coming out with a Tele style, I'm gonna judge it on the Tele standard. So, other than that, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the videos. We shot a bunch of them here at GearFest. There at GearFest. And go check out the PRS. I'd be curious to know what you guys think about it, because they are super cool. I love that they didn't just do a normal Tele. They did add their own spin on it. And yeah, so I'll see you guys all later. Bye, homies. Check the links down below if you would, and I'll see you all later. Woo!